Brittany Walker. Brittany Walker. Come here, we have something for you up here, Brittany. Your choice of a blanket, a book, a hat, leftover fried chicken, leftover salad, fried bread. All right. Well, Sunday, we're going to call her up here in just a little bit. Linda, if you would come up here for a few moments, and we're going to present our first presenter up here. But all these folks here have gone through the line already. I'm assuming that do not have a photo ID. Our registrar of Cherokee Nation is Linda O'Leary.
Shannon Lower, photo ID 17, please. Shannon Lower.
CO to our Kansas City Cherokees. It's so good to be here. You welcome us greatly, and we appreciate being here. Get to see faces that we met before, and a lot of new faces we haven't seen. I am the registrar. I've been down in the nation about 2.5 years. I want to tell you a little bit about us. When I started down there, I was the 14th employee. Now we have grown to 37. We have about 5 folks in training, and we've come a long way. Let me tell you a little bit about your photo ID card, folks. It's something to be proud of. If you'll notice on your photo IDs that you receive, is your picture not better than maybe your driver's license photo? It is, isn't it? The chief has allowed us to buy state-of-the-art equipment to make your photo IDs. And let me tell you about your card. You have a white side and a blue side to this card. Your white side is your CDIB, your blood quantum card. Ladies, it will always have your maiden name on that side of the card. On the blue side, you will have your citizenship on your blue side of your card. On your blue side of the card, you will see a little round circle in the middle of that card. It's called a hologram. That's not supposed to be able to be reproduced. You will also have the other information on it. The expiration date is testing. We are Cherokee. We're Cherokee from now on. We're like the military cards. There's an indefinite date. Let me tell you how this card got started. When I was on the council with your now chief, Bill John Baker, came to me and wanted to start these cards. Didn't get off the ground then, but when he came into administration, he did what I call jump through loops and hoops to get that very card approved through the Bureau, through the feds, through the state. That's why we have this card today. The blue side of the card was designed by a full-blood Cherokee in our nation. The chief didn't tell you, but I will tell you that he used only that card, same kind of card you have in your billfolds right now since we made new IDs, and went into Washington, D.C., used that through Homeland Security, CIA, and only that card to go in and sit by the President of the United States. Now that's a big compliment for the Cherokees, don't you think? Yes, thank you. The other part of that card is, it is not a passport. It is for photo ID recognition. We use it traveling throughout the United States through the airports. We use only that card to travel with. So, another thing I want to tell you about this, the Bureau of Indian Affairs, people, you better listen up. This is a big compliment to those of you that want to hear it. It's a major compliment to us Cherokees that the Bureau of Indian Affairs, throughout all the nations now of the United States, we have 311,000 members. The BIA recognizes the Cherokees and only the Cherokees to produce our own blood quantum and citizenship. Major compliment. We're a highly, as you know, respected tribe. That being said, the other tribes prepare their paperwork, They send it to someone at the bureau, and they sign off on that card. Right now, you look at your cards. You have 2 authentic Indian Cherokee people signing your cards. There will be my name on the card, and there will be Bill John Baker's name on the card. You got 2 authentic Cherokees signing your cards, and that doesn't happen with any of the tribes throughout the United States. That's us. So, we're so proud to be highly respected like that. I just want to tell you that we have grown with the chief's blessing. We've asked for more money, folks. We got it. I believe if you don't ask, you won't receive. Isn't that true? We got more money. We asked for more space. We got it. Folks, what we've been doing recently and trying to get out the services and the cards to the people, because that's where it all starts, right there at our department, for the eligibility, for the services, and identification. It all starts right there. And we have worked progressively to update our iTech system. We got a new system. We're trying to scan everything, where that everything is readily available at our fingertips. Now, as in the past, we have had to go to the vault, pull the linen sheets, or what we call 8x10s, if you've ever heard us mention an 8x10. Pull it out of the vault, do our eligibility, have to fall it back in the vault. We're doing scanning, we're updating everything, where we can hopefully pull it up at our fingertips. When you call and have a question, hopefully we can answer it, okay? We have also been dedicated to a lot of overtime, to a lot of work. When the Colville thing came through, I've got staff that don't tell me no, and not that they're fearful. They just want to serve you. They want to serve our Indian people. And they have a desire to do that. Now, that being said, our photo ID unit that we travel with, it does not take away from any eligibility requirements, citizenship, or CDIB eligibility. We have that covered. So this does not slack off on any of those productions of that, okay? But we have come a long way. We're dedicated. I have been greatly blessed by the good man above to have a good staff that go work and endure, and they have young families at home, you know, but they're dedicated. They want to service you. And with that being said, do you have any questions of me? Well, we appreciate you. We oftentimes come up here, we see folks with, yes, sir. It'll take about 12 months. We have, let me explain that to you. We had the old-fashioned way of doing what the Bureau required for us to do regarding eligibility. Chief comes to me, how can we fast track it? Can we fast track it? Well, I'm being told this is the way we've always done it. Yes, that's a good way. Our errors are very low. One time, one morning, about 3 o'clock in the morning, I jumped straight out of bed and thought, we can do this another way, and it's legal. That's one thing that he told me when he appointed me, Linda, keep it legal, legal, legal. Well, guess what? Oh, Linda's going to keep it legal, okay? But we did come to the conclusion, and it's a very low error rate, hardly any, and we have fast-tracked it. And guess what, folks? We're doubling the amount of eligibility that we're kicking out. So that's been a great blessing for us. And like I said, we've updated our system, so we're trying to get there. But when I came in, I inherited a tremendous backlog of 22,365 cases. We also inherited 15,000 cases. I'm going to be upfront with you. With 15,000 that had been issued blue cards without the CDIB white cards. I go to a retired member of the BIA that was working at the Nation, Charles said, Linda, you can't do that. That's illegal. That's what I inherited, okay? So we go back, and not only are we attending to 1,200 applications a month, real popular in Cherokee these days, okay? We have grandparents, parents, and kids applying. We have cleaned up, out of that 15,000, 10,000, okay? On the the other side of it, we have the backlog that we've gotten down and worked it in, plus getting, servicing our new applications also. I'm also responsible for signing the request as far as feathers, scholarships, code vouchers, eligibility, clothing vouchers. In our unit, a very multifaceted responsibility that we're responsible for. And believe me, we're busy and we do work. But we're glad to serve our people. So, and we're also very glad to be here with you. We run into a lot of people that, as I say, are our relatives or that we've met before, and we're thankful that we can continue to serve our people. Does anybody have anything else? All right, thank you.
Well, Linda, thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Rachel Steele, Willard Terry, Stephanie Jackson, and Thomas Enright, Corey Maddox, Travis Smith, Zach Smith. Photo ID side 2, please. Thomas Enright, Corey Maddox, Travis Smith, Zach Smith.
All right, this time, ladies, sorry, do you have another one? This time, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call upon the current Miss Cherokee, Sunday Plum, and she says, Rob, can you move me up? I said, sure, because I knew why, because she has to get back to school. She's a senior at the University of Arkansas this year, and what she's majoring in, she'll tell you all that. But this time, ladies and gentlemen, the Miss Cherokee, the current Miss Cherokee, Miss Sunday Plum.
Hello everyone, my name is Sunday Plum. I'm the 2014 and 2015 Miss Cherokee. A little bit about myself, I was born and raised in Tahlequah. I'm a Tahlequah girl. I'm currently at the University of Arkansas, like Rob said. I'm studying animal science, and I'm hoping to go to vet school. So, today I would like to share a story with you guys, and I'm going to need a few volunteers, so if I could have some kids volunteer. That would be good. If you want to be a nice story, anybody? No? Anybody? I can tell it without volunteers, but it won't be as good. There we go. 1, 2, I need 6. 3 more. 3 more volunteers? Anybody? Oh, yeah, I'll open it up if it all wants to go. I need 2 more kids. You can be a big kid. It won't be scary, I promise. Okay. I have you meet turtle. I have you 2 meet geese. They'll stay over there. Keep going. Yeah, I know. You got it. And I'm gonna have you pray. Yes, pray to go over here. So one day, Doxy, which means turtle, was sitting out on his log with his neck stretched out real far, staring up at the sky like turtles do. And he was watching the birds in the sky and he thought, I wish I knew how to fly. I want to fly. So he was thinking about that and fish and frogs swam up. They said,
Turtle, come play with us.
and Turtle said, no, I don't want to play.
No, I don't want to play.
I just want to watch the birds fly.
I just want to watch the birds fly. Oh, that's it. You can't fly.
And he said, okay, so he went and played for a little bit. So they're playing, but Turtle could not get his mind off the birds. So here in a little bit, Turtle came back, and he got back on his log, and
Crane, can you teach me how to fly?
You can't fly.
And Turtle cried, but Crane got sad because he made a turtle cry. Then Crane said,
I'll get the geese. They'll teach you how to fly.
they're the geese. He brought the geese in. Come over here. And they got to stand on the They said,
Turtle like the stick.
and Turtle bit the stick, and the geese started flying into the air, flapping their wings like this. And Turtle loved it, 'cause he was flying just like the geese were. But about that time, the geese started honking. And Turtle saw that they were honking, and he wanted to fly and sing like the birds. So Turtle opened his mouth to honk like a goose. And he fell to the ground, broke into a million pieces. And all of his friends gathered around him, started putting Turtle back together. And once he was together, Turtle realized that he needed to be happy with who he was. And that's the whole of the story. But don't.
Mary Banks, Jordan Stein, Kathy Watkins, Judith Green.
Thank you all for coming out today. Glad to be here. It's good to see everybody. But don't.
What don't?
Joelle Dawson, Cameron Steen, Brenda Smith, and Philip.
At this time, I'm going to call up the junior miss. She's from right here in Cherokee County as well. Miss Shelby Turtle goes to school at Briggs, Oklahoma, USA.
Osio Nagata Melly Dapadelma. Hello everyone, my name is Shelby Turtle and I'm the 2014-2015 Junior Miss Cherokee. I attend Briggs School where I'm in the 7th grade and I love playing softball, and today I would like to tell you a story. Today I will be sharing with you the story of how the Cherokees got the logo. So one day, Rabbit was heading to the creek to get a drink of water. On his way to the creek, he ran into Bear. Well, Bear was walking the path, and Rabbit didn't like that too well. So he goes up to Bear and he says, Bear, I need to get to the creek to get a drink of water. Will you please move? And Bear said to Rabbit, you're being really rude, so you can just wait on me. So Rabbit sat there and waited, and waited, and waited. Until Rabbit finally had enough, and he goes up to Bear and says, Bear, I am dying over here. I need a drink of water. Please move out of the way. So Bear thinks about it for a minute, and then he decides, okay, Rabbit, you can go through. But as Rabbit was walking by, Bear picks up Rabbit by his ears, and he looks him straight in the face and says, Rabbit, you better not cause me trouble, because I'm watching you. And he throws Rabbit back to the ground, and Bear goes back into the woods. Rabbit finally makes it to the creek, and he gets his drink of water. And as Rabbit's standing there by the creek, he starts thinking about Bear, and how mean Bear was to him. And he starts saying, Bear was really rude. Bear didn't care about me. I could have died. And as Rabbit kept thinking, he said, I'm going to get revenge on Bear. So he starts thinking about how to get revenge on Bear. And as he started thinking more, he says, but then Bear's going to find me and he's going to kill me. And Rabbit gets sad because he can't do anything. So then the wind starts blowing really hard. And there's a patch of river cane right beside Rabbit. So the wind is blowing so hard that it breaks a piece of river cane. And dirt flies out of the river cane and hits Rabbit. Rabbit gets really scared and he runs into the bushes. So Rabbit's looking around from the bushes. And once he realizes it's safe to come out, feather, and that's when he realizes that the feathers aren't wet, so it's not going to fly anymore. So he begins to look around for something that looks exactly like the feather. He can't find anything. And then he looks down at his fur, and he says, my fur looks like the feather. So he goes and gets 3 sticks and sharpens one end of each stick. And he takes off the fur from himself. And then he's about to make a 4th dart, and he says, I can't keep taking fur off myself. I'm going to be bald. I'm going to freeze. So he goes back into the forest to find something that looks like his fur. And as he's looking around, he finds it. It's called a thistle.
Stephanie Jackson,
It's a
Joelle
purple
Dawson,
flower,
photo
but
ID
the
is
fluff
ready.
that carries the seeds for next winter looks exactly like his fur. So he takes off the fluff and he makes another dart. He practices shooting with his bow gun and dart all day, and then he decides to go find Bear. Well, he's looking around in the forest and he finds Bear sleeping. So he hides in the bushes and he shoots his first dart right past Bear's ear and wakes him up. And Bear's looking around to see what woke him up. And when he's not looking in the same direction as Rabbit shoots his next dart. And it flies right past Bear's head. And Bear sees the dart fly in the bushes. So he goes to the bushes and he's trying to find what flew past him. Well, when Bear's looking around, Rabbit shoots him. And Bear stands up and screams, who shot me? And all the animals become quiet because no one wants Bear mad at him. And everyone is quiet. And Rabbit's laughing. And Bear hears Rabbit laughing. And Bear says, you're in the bushes. I'm going to find you and I'm going to catch you. So Rabbit starts running and Bear starts running after him. And Rabbit's thinking to himself, I can run really fast. There's no way Bear's going to catch me. And then Bear starts gaining on him. And Rabbit begins to think that he's going to die. And then Rabbit sees campfire smoke. And he runs to where the campfire smoke is and he runs into a group of Cherokees. He takes his last dart and he shoots it. And he goes up to one of the Cherokees and says, here's a gift for you. And Rabbit runs back into the forest. They're all looking at the dart and the blowgun, and they're beginning to think, this would be a good tool to teach our sons how to use. So they go and get the dart, and that's when they see Bear standing there, and Bear is mad. And they all grab their bows and arrows and their knives, and Bear stops, and he says, they have to be the ones that shot me. They have the dart and the blowgun. But there's so many of them, I'm going to die. So Bear goes back to the forest, and Bear is never seen again. And that is the story of how the Cherokees got the blowgun. Well, no, thank you.
Thank you. All right, let me call out another name. We have a couple more things up here on the table. I'm going to mess the first name up because it's written out, but the last name is One Eye. Dude or died?
Brenda Smith, your photo ID is ready. Brenda Smith, your photo ID is ready.
Oh, good. One of our visitors here from the second now. Let's get drive up there in McQuitch. Is how they'd say it? Well, no. All right. Lisa, right here. Here, I was looking for her way back here already. All right, now, you folks listen up. Perhaps you have grandkids, nieces, nephews, sons, daughters, somebody in your family that's going to college somewhere. Listen up, because we have a representative here from Cherokee Nation Higher Education Department. Miss Lisa Trice Turtle, former Miss Cherokee, former Miss Indian Oklahoma, former Miss Indian USA, and, boy, talk about a good ball player, too. We've been balling it up for a while. Okay. Fast pitch, slow pitch.
Whatever. But I think the greatest title of all is mom. So I'm Lisa Trice Turtle. I'm with Education Services. And if you haven't already visited my table there in the back, I do have scholarship information. Residing here in the Kansas City area, if you are Pell eligible, if you have children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews that are Pell eligible and get the Pell grant, then you are eligible for a $2,000 scholarship per semester. So that's $4,000 per year, per academic year. So if you didn't know that, then come see me and I have information for you. The other thing that I have with me, we have a language technology program under Education Services, and I have a CD for your computer that has an abundance of language resources. There's a PDF file that's 247 pages of words and phrases in the Cherokee language. It'll actually show you a photograph of a rabbit. It will say phonetically G-stew and syllabary G-stew. You mouse over the syllabary and you will hear the word G-stew. So it's a phenomenal tool for language resources. Just think if we all learned those 247 words. We would know animals, numbers, colors, occupations, words and phrases. We might be a little bit conversational. So I think everybody needs to do their part and learn as much Cherokee as they can. The other thing that we have, based on language technology, we went a step further and we designed our own coloring books in Cherokee, and there are also coloring activity books. We have those. I have two versions, one with wishy, which is mushroom, and one with a turtle, which is doxy. So if you have a coloring book or a CD, or if you need scholarship information, please come see me. Bueno.
Lisa, thank you. Folks, if we've had a couple people come up and say those that are sitting back here, we really can't hear that well because all the talking that's going on. We understand that there has to be some talking, but folks, if you can, keep it down to a minimum if you can, because a lot of the folks here are taking in all the culture and all the presentations that's going on. So I'm going to ask you, keep it down if you're talking. Keep it down, because all the other folks, I hate to say that, I'm an old powwow MC. I always say, if you want to talk, go way over there somewhere. No, I'm just joking. But please, for the sake of the people that you here are really taking in the culture and what we're bringing here from Cherokee Nation, please be respectful.